Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen video. It has been a long time since I did one of these, pretty much for the reason that nothing really much has happened that I could actually show off. I guess, you know, people with a bit more access than I have probably got something to show. Unfortunately, the level of access I've got, there was nothing new until now, or until relatively recently. However, I've had some real issues with Star Citizen lately. One of the patches about a month ago failed to work, and so then I hit the re-download all patches button, which basically invoked a 25 gig download, and which failed to work also. So I ended up having to uninstall the whole thing and re-download it from the website. And even after doing that, the first time I tried to get in, it gave me some kind of login error, which I wasn't expecting, so I just had to kick it off again. And finally, I've been allowed to get in. So, as far as I can tell, the new things that I can see are basically that this has now been called electronic access, and we've got two options here, and I can't click on Start Marine. Now, obviously, we're all waiting for that to be released. I don't know whether some people have access to this already or not. I would kind of like to get some early access onto that, but unfortunately I joined the bandwagon way too late. If we pop into Arena Commander, this hasn't, from what I can tell, it hasn't really changed. I haven't looked at basic flight training to see if there's anything new in there yet. But what I did have a quick look at is in here we have the ability to muck about with a Captured Vanduul Scythe, and also, as you will have read already, the Merlin is about to play with as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick go with the Merlin and see how that goes. Okay, so this is the Merlin cockpit. Now this, I understand, is a very, very small, nimble ship. Okay, so yep. Whoa. Load up lag there. So this is quite manoeuvrable actually. I don't know how adept this is in combat, but we are going to see. I can't. Couldn't remember which key I needed there. Right, get the reticule right. So I'm a bit out of practice. Yeah, making much damage on this, as you would expect from a very, very small ship. Right. It's not heavily equipped, so I imagine this is going to take a while. I really do need to go and get a joystick. I did have one, I don't know where it's gone, and I'm highly doubtful that it will even work, because if it's where I think it might be, it'll have been in the garage, and that will be damp and all sorts. So, whoa, that was a fail, wasn't it? Well, there we can see what it looks like in pieces. Right, let's see if we can... Oh, this is new. So we've got some options here now. Yeah. Unlock camera. I can't seem to do anything with that. Okay, so let's respawn with the X key. I think did we do that automatically before? I don't even remember. Right, where's my target? That's not a target, is it? Let's go. Oh, we've lost the target now. Right, come on. That's what we wanted. Now, do we have any missiles? And I can't... Was it T for missiles? I don't think we have any missiles on this, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's quite fiddly, which I find the slower, more cumbersome ships actually easier to work with. Where's he gone? He's trying to get me in the rocks again, isn't he? Blackout, thank you very much. So yeah, this is this is kind of a last resort, if you ask me, for something to go into combat with. I don't know how well you can kit this thing out. I would hope for better stuff than this. Because I mean, if you've got a constellation and you feel you need to get out into one of these to help protect yourself, then I don't. Either I'm rubbish, which is, you know, highly feasible here, or this is not really up to the job. And so that begs the question: what is it? You know, that was too long. That was too long to kill there. So it does beg the question. You know, what is it? What is its use? Oh, we do have a secondary weapon. Although I'm not sure. Is that a weapon? What's it doing? No reticules yet. Check this weapon out. I should have checked the right button. I don't know why I didn't. Just kind of assumed it didn't have that much on it, but I can't seem to make it much of it.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Okay, that I stand corrected. That was a little bit more adept. That was a little bit more adept, that secondary weapon there. So I guess against Vanduul it could be alright. I need to kind of play with it a bit more. That primary weapon on this isn't too wonderful, but I guess, you know, if you like that kind of weapon and you get on with it, then it's not really a problem. Where are these targets? Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to play with it some more. Probably come up with a conclusion at a later date as to how I feel about the Merlin. I still feel, you know, even though that secondary weapon is a bit more adept, I still feel it's probably a little bit underpowered. I haven't as far as I'm aware, I don't think I've taken any hits yet, have I, on this one? So whether that's its saving grace that it's hard to hit, that you know that's something we need to kind of understand. Right, let's see if we can take this guy out. See anything with the atmosphere there. Yeah, see, it's still... I guess the secondary is a bit more for close range. Like so. There you go. So you're gonna have to pick your attacks there a bit more. Because some of the other craft, the secondary weapons are pretty adept from quite far away anyway, so... Yeah. So I'm going to leave this one here, and now we're going to go and have a look at the Vanduul Scythe. Let's pick this one back out. Back into electronic access, arena commander, and back to drone sim. Let's go to the other one. I prefer Dying Star. Let's pick the Vanduul. Okay, and let's just wait for the hack to come in. There we go. As you can see, this is a very, very different looking craft, isn't it? Can we still go third person on this? There we go. Yeah, and there we are. That's the Vanduul, flyable. And I don't know if you can just about make out there. Basically, I am laid forward in this, a bit like in the Batmobile with the come tank arrangement out of the recent set of movies with Christian Bale. So, oh yeah, that's a better view. So you can see that a bit better there. Now, in reality, that's just not a workable position to sit in as a human being, because you'd have to have your neck craned back the whole time, which doesn't really work. Now, I think I've come into free flight, haven't I? That was a fail. Let's check out some of them. Now, this craft is, despite being pretty noisy, is just so maneuverable, and we all know this from trying to fight with them. But even though it's maneuverable like this,
alert, front crash close.
It still doesn't stop you from blacking out. But it does make some strange noises, doesn't it? Which is quite interesting, an interesting take. And I think, you know, from the point of view of creating an alien craft, I think they've, the guys at Cloud Imperium and the various other development studios involved have nailed it, I think. I like the fact that the capture, you know, has to do a hack in order to get the viewport in a way that you can actually understand. If that makes sense. It seems the space brake doesn't seem to work very well though in it. That's strange. I guess I must have a... Whoa!
Front crash close.
Yes, it was close, you're right. Yeah, I'm just trying to...
Alert. Front crash close.
So, I must have had another key pressed that prevented the space brake from working properly just then, but yeah, so much more manoeuvrable. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly switch back and get into combat. Here we are again. Let's get the hack in. There we are.
Vanduul swarm initiated.
I'm back.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Where are they?
Hostiles inbound.
Right. Let's see how these guys get on with their own kind.
Hostiles inbound.
Let's get used to this reticule. Whoa. Don't want that.
Incoming enemy.
Don't black out.
Alert. Front crash close.
So, interesting. They're a bit more aggressive when you're in one of their own crafts. Come on.
Incoming hostile.
So the first reticule is primary. Second reticule must be the secondary.
Alert.
There we go.
Front crash close.
What you could do with is some kind of blackout compensation, because this craft is just so damn manoeuvrable that you just find yourself in blackout all the time. What happened there? Quite fiddly to work with, as the faster crafts I find often are. That's probably because I'm getting a bit old. My reactions aren't what they used to be. Is that firing backwards then? What happened then?
Shields charging. Alert. Front
Oh,
crash
let's just
close.
let's just ram them. I love the fact that you can hear the shooting go from kind of muffled and then not muffled, but at the end of the day you wouldn't actually hear anything.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
I don't know if I would be any better with a joystick, to be honest. I think. This is quite fiddly. Got him. Yeah, so interesting. The blackouts are a bit annoying.
Warning.
I know it's an integral part of the realism aspect. But yeah, the fact that you're just almost constantly blacking out in this thing is kind of annoying. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. Thanks for watching, and if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would very much appreciate that, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Hopefully the next Star System video isn't going to be that far in the future, yeah, let's see when they release some more content for us to play with. Anyway, thanks for watching, bye bye for now.